Alright, so, while I was paying attention to the direct, yeah, as you can see at the top of the screen, my save disappeared, so I've been replaying it back through in super speed, so yeah, it's gonna be in super speed while I try to get, while I get back to where I was. Yeah, I'm already back to here, like, I had to restart from the very beginning of the game. That, I have to press him, right? Oh, yeah, because of the time change, so I have to press on this to make sure. Yeah, because of the time zone changing. Come on. Alright, well, let me make sure everything's working. I didn't check. Okay, yep, my mic's working. Is the game audio working? Ah, that is not. Advanced properties. Monitor off. Properties. Default. There, now the game audio should be heard. Alright, come on, let's... Alright, yep, just gotta get through back to where I was. Yes, it's around 800% right now. Examine, yep, I remember I had to check those. Yeah, I remember I had to open up one of them. Can I not do that yet? Alright, I guess I can't yet. Alright. Captain's hat. Let's see. Okay, no, I need to check the glass on the ground, and I also need to check this, right? Yes. Do I know about the turbulence yet? Because I know I have to deduce using turbulence. Wait, no, I don't think I know anything about turbulence yet. Yeah, I have to talk to Miss Mealy. Wait, do I have turbulence yet? No, I don't. Yeah, I have to somehow get turbulence added. Oh, wait a minute. Yeah, I have to do this, yeah. Now I have turbulence. Yeah, and then I have to hook turbulence to the suitcase. Yeah, and then only one of them moved, which means that, yeah. No, it's the fact that... No, it's the fact that one of them has the stopper on it and the other one shouldn't. What? Okay, so now it's working? Okay, that's weird. Alright. Yep, just gotta open it up, and then there's, the bloody cloth, right? Yep. Because it was used to transport the body whenever it got what, because that wasn't the main objective, it was to steal that statue thing. Alright, there. I'm back to where I was at the beginning of last time I streamed this. So it shouldn't take too long, especially since I already played it, and I'm super speeding it at 900% right now. It keeps fluctuating between, anywhere between 700 and 900, but that's fine. Yeah, I have to talk to Detective Gumshoe right now. Wait, no, I'm not supposed to. I'm supposed to go onto the plane. Oh, no, never mind. I was supposed to talk to him first. Yeah, so if I remember correctly, the one I was suspecting was Miss Tenario. Yeah, I think that's who I was suspecting. I can't really remember. Yeah, it was Miss Tenario I was suspecting. Let me try and remember what I need to do from here. Oh yeah, I have to talk to Lab Black to learn about the stuff in the cargo. Yeah, and then I have to present, because cloth, but it has the same pattern, right? Okay, yep, wrote a Tenario. Yep, and then there was, yeah. Let me make sure audio's working now. Okay, yeah, it is. Alright, yes, I remember. Second statement, the, suitcase, right? Yeah, because it was transported. The suitcase was moved around. I believe it's the, grape juice? Yeah, right there. And the cause of death was actually falling. Yeah, but we don't know that yet, so I don't really think it's something I can present. Wait. Oh yeah, I came out when turbulence was hit. Alright, come on, let me get back to where I was. I'm trying to remember what I do from here. Am I supposed to, like, talk to them in a scenario or something? I swear I remember needing to do that at this time. Oh, maybe I have to talk to them. Okay, nope. Maybe Miss Mealy? Nope. Maybe I'm supposed to talk to Francisco then. Oh, yeah, she went in here. Okay, yeah. Oh, no, I remember. I was suspecting, like, it was the captain and Miss Melee together, right? I think that's what I was suspecting, I think. I can't really remember. Present the suitcase. And I remember she ended up purchasing one herself. Oh, yeah, yeah, it was her because she purchased the last one because she claimed it was because of, like, she didn't want it to be missing, but then since it was used for, yeah. Oh, no, I can't really remember who I thought it was. I remember it was I was either thinking Canario or Mealy and the captain together. Or that, I mean, like, to also, like, plan to, like, steal it. Like, it was, like, meant to just be stealing that statue thing, but found out, so then they had to kill them, and the fastest way was just push them off the railing. Okay, so then I think it was both of them together then, since it doesn't show her here. I mean, since, like, she was taken off. Or it was just me, I can't really remember right now. Come on, I have to check this. Okay, well, I can't check it yet. Oh yeah, I have to show that they're connected. Oh, wait. Glasses. Oh yeah, and it's connected because Mr. Hicks was part of Interpol or something, right? Or no, I think I'm just thinking of Mr. Lacaus actually. Or maybe it's just both. Okay, so yeah, he was Interpol. I wasn't getting him mixed up with Lacaus. They were both Interpol. I'm real close to being back to where I was. What do I do here? Oh, didn't she say, like, your key card was stolen, so I have to press this or something? Guess not. Oh, no, this is a new statement. Yeah, it was actually from falling, because the statue wasn't there at the time. Like, the way it's figured out is, like, the game, like, literally, pretty much, see, like, right here, the game pretty much accidentally tells you. Yes, see. Okay, I'm real close to back to where I was, so I'm gonna turn off the, speed up. After all, you know that we've searched the entire cargo hold and came up empty-handed. The dog said that it's one giant bruise from a beating from his shoulder down to his mid-back. It was falling when that wasn't there, because it was... Oh no, because it wasn't being loaded on yet. Oh wait. Oh wait, no. It was a smuggling with the weapon couldn't be found. Right? Ah! The cause of death with the weapon... No, that was already... Okay, goddamn, what was this here? Oh, no, it's the cause of death with the piggy bank. Okay, yep. Allegedly, the killer struck the victim many times over, which is why there is extensive bruising over such a wide area. But is that really the correct conclusion to draw from the evidence? The bruise from his shoulder to the middle of his back is one continuous mark, which is more suggestive of a single blow to the back. If that's the case, then the piggy bank is much too small to have caused that. Therefore, the murder weapon must be something far bigger. Yeah, the murder weapon was there. It was kind of in a way, it was kind of like more of the lack of something being the murder weapon, because he couldn't land on it because it wasn't there. If we're looking for a rather large weapon, you'd think it would stick out. So far, we haven't found anything that resembles a weapon of any sort. Perhaps, just perhaps, it's something we all overlooked from the very beginning, because normally it's too impossibly big to be taken into consideration. What was that all about? Was he trying to jump his way down here? Franziska, what? What do you want? I found it, Franziska. I found the real murder weapon. You did? He really jumped! We didn't realize it until now, but the answer has been right in front of us this whole time. He might be hurt. We should go check up on him, sir. There's that pompous attitude of yours again. You should learn to drop that habit. It's coming from a prosecutor with a habit of whipping everyone she comes across. Anyway, if you really are a prosecutor, back yourself up with evidence. You two aren't listening to me at all, are you? Come on then, show me this real murder weapon you speak of. I don't have any evidence to show you. Foolish reasoning for a foolish fool from a foolishly foolish fool meant to fool me. What do you mean by I don't have evidence to show? Perhaps I should have phrased it as that which caused Agent Hicks' death is incorporeal. Forgive me, but I do believe I figured out what was the real cause of his death. The victim fell from a great height and subsequently died as a result. In other words, the real cause of death is free falling to the ground. He fell to his death? Yes, this is the only plausible possibility. The victim has extensive bruising on the back of his head and his back, and the only rational explanation for these injuries is that he fell to his head, to his death. But the murder happened inside the plane. I know. Are you claiming that there is some place in this plane from which he could have fallen from? As I said earlier, the answer had been right in front of us the entire time. You can't mean... Yes, I do. The victim fell from the top of the stairs of this very cargo hold. What? Then, you're in trouble. We only may have a second death on our hands, sir. Hey you, tell me, you aren't dead, pal. Quiet, why are you screaming? He's alive! And there you have it, Miles Edgeworth. It's not possible that Agent Hicks fell over the railing to his death. That man is living proof of that. I suppose it's true that it's not possible, given the current circumstances. The current circumstances? What is that supposed to mean? Suppose that large piece of cargo wasn't there at the time. What would have happened then? He would have been aboard Jenny and Pancake for sure. I suppose that man over there wouldn't still be breathing. The reality is that the cargo box is there. But there's no point in entertaining your wild hypothetical scenarios. It may be there now, but there is no proof that it was always there. Heh, as if there could have been a window of time when the giant box was not there. Ah, but there was. What?
Take that!
Second, this shows sufficient probability to you. Well, why are you asking me? I think there's some possibility in that. Sure! Dude, it was asking for 10 minutes. or the phrase to be whipped by one's opponent came from. Don't act as though you've had nothing to do with it. Now answer the question. That is where it was because there was a refueling cargo. Oh, there's literally a piece of testimony saying, talking about the refueling. I mean, a piece of evidence, not a piece of testimony. You refueled in the Republic of Zhengfa? Yes, this flight had a short layover in Zhengfa in order to refuel. But that wasn't the only reason for the layover. We also transferred some cargo. What if the box in question was only transferred onto the plane at that time? To further prove my point, let's take a look at what's next to the box in question. That was Zhengfa Express! Correct, meaning it was loaded onto the plane in Zhengfa. Now, what if the box in question was also loaded on it at the same time? It would mean that the box was not here in the cargo hold during the Europe-Zhengfa leg of the flight, making a clear drop from which Agent Hicks could have fallen to his death entirely possible. But your theory is still very far-fetched. Then allow me a chance to prove how very likely my scenario is. First order of business will be to examine that piece of cargo in more detail. This is a rather large piece of cargo. There's a tag on it, sir. Let's see. Aleph Red statue? Never heard of it. Nor I, but all I care about is that prove it wasn't here at the time of the crime. Let's get investigating, sir. Look here! Do not go about touching my possessions without my permission! Ugh! Don't let up on me like that, pal! So this belongs to Mr. Lablamp, does it not? Let's see what else I can find out from him. I take it that this large piece of cargo belonged to you, Mr. Lablamp? Of course that's mine! I shipped this fine piece from Europe! This Aleph Red statue is worth 10 million cents. No, maybe much more! Mr. Lablack's reason for choosing this plane must have been the large cargo hold. 10 million cents? Suggest you stop trying to calculate how many packets of noodles that makes, Detective. Darn, how did you do that? I feel like you keep getting better and better at seeing right through me every year. Like Earl's Heath's revolution of planet around the sun, I have the distinct impression he continues to madly spin in place. Hey, Mr. Edgeworth, so that 10 million cents, is that in euros or in dollars? Does it really make a difference to our case? Mr. Lablack, is there a chance that your cargo is related to our murder? I was wondering if you would allow us to examine it a bit closer. It's a very big piece of art, so no, there'll be no touching. If Mr. Lablank has something to do with the smuggling ring, then it's possible the stake statue was brought on board in Zhengfa. I think I need to question him a bit further. About your statue, Mr. Lablank, I wonder if it might be a fake. What? How did you say my art is fake? I suspect that your statue might be the target of an international smuggling ring. Don't say such fantastical things. Those thieves would not dare. I have the certification of my cargo right here. You mean the cargo certification document? Mr. Zink Lablank, why didn't you say so earlier? Please show it to us at once. I can't read this. What does it say? It says it's plain as day. The cargo was put on the plane in Europe. And there you have it, Miles Edgeworth. Too bad for you. This statue was brought on board in Europe, thus has a stake in the certificate. No, that means that there was never a window of time in which the statue wasn't sitting there. Not whenever it was being swapped with a fake. Respectfully disagree. We can't discount the theory until I see the statue for myself. Then you can have your way. Look at it. Here, see, I'm right. I know I've seen this somewhere before. This is the Aleph Red. It gives us such a feeling of art. I can practically smell it. Statue has a high amount of historic value. After it was unveiled at a museum in Europe, I brought it to this country to exhibit it. Yeah, and I already remember. It was the teeth in the eyes that was wrong, right? There's something wrong with this picture. We should examine it in more detail. Yeah, I don't remember. Yeah, I remember I had trouble checking the mouth. Is this box not connected to any of the evidence I hold? Yes, I remember the picture. These eyes are awfully orange, don't you think? Yeah, I'm pretty. They remind me of sunsets when I was in grade school, sir. I don't think you see what I'm talking about. No, I do, but it's really like the color of the sun when it's setting, sir. Ah, the memories. I remember sitting out in that field, spinning with my arms out until I fell ill. I don't care about sunsets. Focus, detective. What color are the eyes in this photo? Huh? Ah! Sir, they're red! As I thought, the statue is a fake. Mr. Lablanc? What do you want? Do you not know I'm a busy man? I'll allow you 2 seconds for your answer. The olive red. I suppose this is your pride and joy, is it not? It's the biggest trophy on the European trip. Do you know why I wanted to possess the statue? The career started 17 years ago. Better grab a chair, sir. Sounds like this is going to be a long story. I regret to inform you and have my heartfelt sympathy, but... What is that? Sympathy? For what? You'll see. I'd like you to compare the eyes. That large fellow there has very bright and pretty eyes compared to you. I wasn't talking about the two of us. I meant the eyes of the statue in front of us and the one in this photo. What is that again? Now then... Oh! There's a photo of the statue on display at the museum in Europe. Ah! Now do you see, Mr. Lablanc? The statue before us is a fake. A fake! I believe that even further examination will be required. Now that we've confirmed that this is indeed a fake, this is some sort of proof that this was brought on board in Zen thought. I'll present you evidence that will resolve the remaining contradiction. Yeah, it's the mouth, but I forget how to check it. Wait. No, that was the cloth I had to check, right? It looks like it's stepping all over the neighbor's cloth cover. It kind of resembles its owner's attitude in a sense. Oh, wait a minute. No, wait. How did I know that? I don't think I was this far. I was just at one talking about the eyes, right? Because yeah, it couldn't have been on top of that cloth there if it was because this would have. Yeah, this couldn't have been on top of that cloth unless it was placed under it. You, what did you say now? Further, my clothing M is not being stepped on by anyone. It's too expensive for me to allow that to happen. Please forgive the trespass of my subordinate. Why should I forgive the trespasses? Unless you can expect to dress, you keep it. Yeah. Yeah, if it was brought on at the beginning, then there's no way it could be on top of that piece of cloth. Yeah, that thing to the left was on Zenfa, and if this was here before Zenfa, it's not possible for it to be on this unless it was put on after it. There's clearly a contradiction here. What are you going on about? Just a simple case of cargo cover getting stuck under another piece of cargo. Ah, that's not possible. But it is. It shouldn't be this way, but the statue is on top of the cloth. Supposing that the neighboring piece of cargo was brought on board in Zenfa, there's no way that any part of it could wind up under something from Europe. Which means that this fake statue was smuggled on board in Zenfa. Then what about the cargo certificate? Let me ask in return, what about Agent Hicks? Why did he come down here in the middle of the flight? There's only one reason why. Your proof of smuggling activity aboard this flight. You say, but I don't believe he had to do that mid-flight. We could have just easily inspected all the cargo after the plane landed. That may be true, however you have it backwards, Francisco. Sure, Agent Hicks could have waited until after the plane landed, but he had a reason for coming down to the cargo hold. Suppose he had found the fake at the airport. It would have been after the swap had occurred. At the time, the suspicion would naturally fall onto the statue's owner, who would have no way to prove that the statue would switch without his knowledge. Which means there was someone involved who was forging or modifying cargo certificates. I guess the victim knew the real version of this was gonna get nabbed, huh? Yes, well, the photo could be seen as nothing more than a simple souvenir. It was in fact taken to be used as a reference document later on. Next, Agent Hicks had to secure proof that the smuggling had taken place. He came down here to take a picture of the cargo hold. A rather empty one at that, right before the fake statue could be loaded on board. A photo of the hold missing a valuable piece of cargo would have been proof enough. That all he had to do was hold the Zenfa cargo crew and arrest the smuggler. Exactly. This only goes to prove my theory. The statue was not in the cargo hold during the Europe Zenfa leg of the trip. There would have been enough height from which Agent Hicks could have fallen to his death. Officer? Move the statue immediately! I want a thorough examination of the floor underneath. Now! Miss Von Karma, I'm ready to report my findings. Go on. Removing the Alfred statue out of the way, we tested the area under it with luminol and there was a reaction! I see, there was a reaction to luminol, an indication that there was blood in that spot. Can we stop looking at it now, sirs? It seems that my deductions were correct after all. Suppose it would appear that way. The culprit cleaned the blood up well. And how do you think the killer did that? Obviously with the Borginian cloth, duh, because there's frickin' blood on it.
Take that!
The killer used the bloody cloth I found inside the suitcase to clean up the mess. I see. I need to clean up all the blood before the plane landed in Zhangfa. Yes, because otherwise the cargo crew would have discovered it during the layover. So, you guys are saying that the murder happened before the plane landed in Zhangfa? There's no other conceivable timeline for the events of the murder, but if that is true, then that puts a certain person's testimony in the doubt. The murder occurred before we landed in Zhangfa, then this becomes highly suspect. Yeah, Miss Mealy, like I thought. Like I said, I couldn't remember who it was, but as soon as I saw those options, I immediately remembered who it was I thought. Oh yeah, I remember why I thought it was both of them a little bit ago. Because I remember, like they have, like, a relationship kind of with each other, and so that's why I thought that, but the reason it's Mealy is she was using that relationship to her advantage for it. So that's why I thought it was both of them. He was part of it, but not intentionally, like, not like in a legal way. Like, he was part of it, and then Mealy used him to her advantage without, like, anyone noticing. If what I'm saying makes sense. So Mr. Hicks sitting in his seat at 5 a.m., you know? Seems Agent Hicks was alive at the time of the service calls, but that totally contradicts the facts, sir. But why would she lie about something like that? I think the only person who can answer that is Miss Mealy herself. I don't know why I lost my save data. Yeah, I don't know why I lost it, but as soon as it's done saving, I am gonna create a restore point. Yeah, I'm gonna create a restore point just in case I lose my save data again. Miss Mealy? Miss Mealy! Huh? Do you recall what you said earlier? About when you answered some service calls as we were departing from Zhangfa. Huh? You said that Mr. Hicks was sitting in a seat at that time. However, that is simply not possible, because Mr. Hicks was dead long before we ever touched down in Zhangfa. Oh? Miss Cammy Mealy! Cammy Mealy. Chamomile. I think that's what her name is. I mean, the joke is. Yeah, I think that's what it is. I mean, yeah, because he was just sleeping, and chamomile can be used as a sleep aid in tea, so yeah, it's probably what it is. It's probably chamomile. It's probably what chamomile is. So, the last name would probably be pronounced Mealy. I don't know. Maybe I didn't see what I thought I did. No one can make a mistake so large, Miss Mealy. But I make that kind of boo-boo all the time. Ugh. This is going nowhere. There must be a better way of resolving this contradiction. Alright, well, Miss Miley. Miss Miley. I'm just gonna continue calling her Miss Mealy. Miss Mealy, if you please tell me about your alibi during the time span. From just before we were to land at 3 a.m. and 6 a.m. when the body was found. Are you telling me I'm a suspect, Mr. Edgeworth? I'm gonna remove your spine. Yeah. From 3 to 4, I was in the flight attendant's room, all by my lonesome self. Yeah. And from 5 to 6, I was, in the flight attendant's room, all by my lonesome self. Uh, um, camo, chamomile. Kind of sounds like chameleon, kinda. I don't know. If it's supposed to be chameleon, is he like hiding something? Like, kind of like hiding her personality or something? Kind of like Olga really? From Apollo Justice? Like maybe she's doing something like that, and that would also work. Like chameleon. She fell asleep again. Looks like the only way I'm going to be able to wake her up is by pressing her. Yeah, because I knew there was nothing I could contradict there. I knew I had to press. There was literally nothing in there. Yeah. I wonder what I'll get by pressing this. Miss Mealy, wake up! I'm awake, I'm awake. Now, Edgeworth, I demand that you do something about this flight attendant this instant. Why ask me to wake her up when you can finally put that whip to an appropriate use? From day before I was in the flight attendant's room all by my lonesome self.
Hold it!
If I remember correctly, food was being served in the first class in the lounge. Between the hours of 3 and 4 a.m.? Yeah, but that kind of stuff's run by Miss Rhoda. And what were you doing in the attendance room at that time? Eating and then having a most delicious dream. You mean you were neglecting your duties? No way, sleeping's part of our job too, you know. Yeah.
Hold it!
Miss Mealy, how many times do I have to repeat myself? Wake up! Ugh, I'm awake, I'm awake. Yo! What did you whip me for, sir? Oh, what did I miss? A poor detective being on the receiving end of a lash in your steed said. Really? Sorry about that. You can make amends for that by continuing with your testimony. Yeah, why does Gumshoe always just get abused for, like, literally no reason? And from 4 to 6, I was, in the flight attendant's room all by my lonesome self.
Hold it!
You were alone the entire time, were you? Yeah, no one else even popped their head in to say hi. Oh well, I think a contradiction just popped in to say hi. What should I do? Can I raise an objection? Why wouldn't I? Miss Millett, there's a clear contradiction embedded in your testimony. Huh? What are you talking about? It's not possible that you were alone in the attendance room the whole time from 5 to 6 a.m. Yeah, how did she see him? Let's take a look at this eye-opening piece of evidence. It's not gonna do anything, is it? Miss Miller, I need you to wake up and take a look at this. Enough of your foolishness. I'll hurry up and show us the real evidence. I guess this waking eye opening is a thought. I'm gonna say, like, how could you have seen him once you're there? Oh, did you say something? Finally awake, are we? What do you mean? I've been awake this whole time. Oh, it's alright if you were sleeping, pal. Pay no mind to the scruffy detective beside you and wake up. Yeah! Hurry up and wake up, Miss Mealy. Enough of the clowning around. This is my show and I will resolve the contradictions as I see fit. I have to go through this dumb animation again. Yeah, like, I hate how, like, sometimes, like, one of the people that will have that one animation they repeat that takes absurdly long that you have to wait for them to finish.
Hold it!
Yeah, I'm gonna, like, trying to contradict the fact that how would she know he was there at 5 a.m. if she said she was in the room the whole time, but that's not what it is. I'm trying to prove that she wasn't alone. No, because, yeah, that because Rhoda is, yeah, Canaria is the one who got that. What the heck would it be? I mean, the only one that slightly makes sense would be, Sick, but the reason I don't want to is because, well, even if you're the only one there, you can still frickin' buy it yourself. Like, if you work there, you can buy it yourself without having someone else there. So if this is the if you work there, you can still buy it yourself. You don't have to have someone else there. Huh? Receipt for what? It's for the suitcase that Miss Tenario bought. Now, if I may direct your attention to the timestamp, as you can see, it clearly says 5:40 AM, Miss Tenario. Yes? Huh? Why is the killer here? I thought you'd have her locked up by now. I requested that she be present as a witness so that we may straighten out your complex lie. Now then, Miss Tenario, between the hours of 5 and 6 AM, you took a trip from first class down to the first floor in in-plate shop, correct? Yes, I went to the shop to buy a suitcase, after which I went straight to the attendant's room to drop it off. And you could see Miss Mealy there at that time. No? So I'm Mealy, where were you really between? That's what it was. It wasn't the fact that they needed someone else to buy it. Miss Cammy Mealy. Huh? The bathroom? Yeah, chamomile really sounds like it is. I don't know where that... Chameleon is just kind of a stretch. I'm the one to ask the questions here. Yeah, but like I'm saying, she's probably like hiding like a side or something, kind of like Olga Orly. It's like in all the games, like so far, I'm pretty sure like someone in the second case did something like that, kind of like, you know, with like April, May. Well, I mean, well, at some point, like early on in the game, like first there was April, May, then no wait, I can only think of April, May, and Olga Orly. I don't really remember the cases from the other games, like the first two. Your mom. Probably just missed her. Nature calls, you know. You take me for a fool. That's a little too convenient to be true. But it's the truth. Cross my heart. I don't have enough conclusive proof to counter-argue her at this stage. Yeah, that can all belong. See, now that we're serious, she's not sleeping at all, so that's kind of kind of suspicious there. You don't believe me, do you? But please, won't you give me a chance and hear me out? Yeah, see, the fact that she isn't sleeping now. Look, I know you're suspecting me because I'm one of the crew, but you'd think that maybe you should also suspect Miss Rhoda too. Someone in charge of the elevator keycard in the shop, you know. If you ask me, that makes her super suspicious. The reason I was clicking so fast is I accidentally turned on my auto clicker because there's a button on the bottom left of my keyboard that's C6. It's meant for macros, but by default it's set to just only do F6, which is my auto clicker keybind. Please leave Miss Tenario out of the conversation. Only you are under suspicion for now. I don't get it. Why are you covering for Miss Rhoda all of a sudden? And to know the audio or something isn't behind, I looked back at stream to say that because I didn't realize what I clicked. I mean, I didn't realize what it said before clicking on accident. Oh, now I get it. Maybe you've got your eye on Miss Rhoda. Of course I'm keeping an eye on her. I can't very well let her escape, can I? Never mind. But you want to know something? Miss Rhoda actually kinda I've absolutely no interest in people who can't appreciate my sense of design. Now's not the time for this sort of talk. Look, I know you're suspecting me because I'm one of the crew, but you think then maybe you should also suspect Miss Rhoda too. She's the one in charge of the elevator keycard in the shop, you know. If you ask me, that makes her super suspicious. Well, didn't she claim the keycard was stolen? Okay, let me read this again. Look, I know you're suspecting me because I'm one of the crew, but you think that maybe you should also suspect Miss Rhoda too. She's the one in charge of the elevator keycard in the shop, you know. Alright, let me press everything. That's not the only reason I have for suspecting you. The statements regarding Mr. Hicks also turned out to be a bunch of lies. But say I wasn't an attendant, you wouldn't suspect me then, would you? Yes, I suppose that's true enough. You think maybe you shall suspect Miss Rhoda too. She's already being detained for further questioning, or have you already forgotten? Oh, yeah, guess I just forgot. Kimmy, don't tell me you suspect me too. Sorry, can't help it. I mean, that's everything you, there's no one else who could have done it. Yeah, she has not slept at all. Yeah, sleeping thing's clearly a facade. Miss Mealy, what did you mean by now no one else who could have done it? She's the one in charge of the elevator keycard and shop, you know.
Hold it!
And what are you in charge of, Miss Mealy? I take care of the attendance room. That doesn't count! Oh, but I spent so much time in there, it might as well be my responsibility. Mr. Edgeworth, Cammy is very talented in languages, so she assists passengers who may not speak English, especially those who speak Borgenian. She's the only one on the flight who is fluent. Oh, you mean that kind of what am I in charge of? Why didn't you say so in the first place? What else could I have meant? Yes, I'm really good at Borgenian. She's fluent in Borgenian? I suppose you're in charge of processing documents in Borgenian? Yeah, I take care of anything that has to do with Borgenian. Isn't the Aleph Red statue Borgenian? Yeah, the document's in Borgenian for the Aleph Red certain. Though the Aleph Red statue is Borgenian, at least I think, but at least the document for it is. That's fake. So, yeah. Okay, yeah. Yeah, that certificate, but it's in Borgenian.
Objection!
Got it. Oh, you are the only one in the flight crew that speaks Borgenian. Is that correct? Oh, yeah, I guess so. Well, now she wants to sleep again, but I swear that thing's a facade. I studied abroad in Borgenia for a while. If that is the case, then the signature on this document belongs to you, doesn't it? This is a falsified piece of documentation with only one purpose: to lead anyone who read it to believe that Mr. Lableg's statue was loaded in Europe. The only person who could have either prepared or processed this document in Borgenian is you, Miss Mealy. Without your participation, the smuggling of the Aleph Red could not have occurred. Don't sleep while I'm pointing my finger at you! Oh, I wouldn't dream of falling asleep on you, Mr. Edgeworth. Okay, yep. It's obviously a facade. Wait, is she blowing bubbles? It is exactly as you say. Are you confessing to having participated in the smuggling? No, far from it. It's true that I was the one who signed off on that document, but you can't use that fact alone to make your allegation of smuggling stick. There's no direct correlation after all. All you have is my signature on a piece of paper. Really? All you did was sign it? Neglected to check if the cargo had been loaded onto the plane properly. So sorry about that. Seems that she's finally woken up. It's going to be one tough flight. Suppose, and this is just a supposition, even if I was involved in the smuggling, you can't throw the charge of murder on me just like that. If you were involved in the smuggling, you would have a strong motive to kill. Again, Hick was in the middle of an investigation regarding a smuggling ring, and just when he was about to close in, he's killed by a member of that ring. Oh, did you ever stop to think that maybe Rhoda is the smuggling ring member? After all, unlike me, Rhoda has access to many things on his plane for work purposes. So perhaps there was some elements of a setup at play in this case. What are you talking about? Don't worry, I wasn't talking about you. I meant the killer. First, it was myself, and now it's Miss Teneri who is under the microscope. It seems to me that our killer is going to great lengths to pin the crime on anyone they can. We have no proof that Rhoda is being set up or that she isn't. Actually, I believe that she was indeed the intended target from the very beginning. I believe that the plane was to push all the blame for the crime onto her. This evidence will prove my suspicion, prove that the killer was out to frame Miss Teneri from the very beginning. Because the fact that, like, she was the one that was gonna find the body first or something like that, like she was right by where it was gonna be. Oh.
Take that!
The killer could have hidden the body anywhere, yet they chose the suitcase. Why is that? Perhaps it was to move the body up from the lower deck to the first floor. However, why go through the trouble to do so? The only way all of these actions make sense is if the killer had wanted to frame Miss Tenario for the murder. Miss Tenario buys a suitcase on every flight she works without fail. But should her suitcase I accidentally activated my auto-clicker again because it's in the bottom left of my frickin' keyboard. Miss Tenario buys a suitcase on every flight she works without fail. But should her suitcase be switched with the one containing the victim's body, that would put her in a very tight spot. Unfortunately for the killer, the turbulence put an end to that plan. There wasn't enough time to put the body back in the suitcase. Ergo, they made do with whoever was at hand, adapted their plan, and tried to frame me as I lay unconscious on the floor from the turbulence. The killer then went to hide the suitcase in the in-flight shop, and brought the piggy bank back to the elevator in order to fabricate a false weapon. A lot of work for a frivolous endeavor, wouldn't you agree? Sounds like the killer had a tough time too, huh? I mean, why did the killer need to frame someone that badly anyway? Huh! I wonder why! That is because of the special circumstances surrounding this particular case. Much of the circumstance dictated the need for the killer to frame someone. Special circumstances is simply as the murder took place on a plane mid-flight. No matter which country, customs is quite strict in this day and age, so no matter what you do, the chance that the body will be found is very high. Therefore, there was no choice but to frame either Miss Canario or myself. Or maybe because, you know, that's something, or you know, maybe that's something, or maybe that's just because, you know, that's something that could help you get away with it. In other words, the only one who fits within the boundaries of the criminal's movement is not Miss Canario or myself, but you, Miss Cammy Mealy. Only you alone could be the killer. And... Really? All of that, and she just replies with "and." Are you done already? I was about to fall asleep again. Anyway, let's be honest here. You don't have anything on me other than a whole lot of circumstantial evidence. Even if the sleep thing wasn't fake, clearly the way she's acting is definitely different, though. I mean, they all do that once they're getting pretty close to being, affected. Well, most of them. Because Red, White, and, Von Karma did it, and some other people. And of course, I don't mean Franziska. You can see the outline of how the murder occurred, but I have no definitive evidence. And isn't there a piece of evidence that's still unaccounted for? Something that I still can't quite fit into the big picture.
Take that!
I don't have any actual evidence. I thought not. But that's because it went missing and still is. Missing? What do you mean by that? In a complex puzzle that is the case, there was one piece I kept getting stuck on, and that is the victim's cell phone. Franziska? You were waiting at the airport for a phone call from Agent Hicks' cell phone. Or at least that's what you told me. That's right! But Agent Hicks' cell phone could not be found at the crime scene. You mean, the killer took the phone with him? Precisely, I suspect that if we were to find that phone, it would lead us to the killer. Haha, come on, get serious. If the victim fell to his death from that height, wouldn't his phone break as well? We wouldn't know that until we try a little experiment, will we? Franziska, I'd like to ask for your assistance. You know the victim's phone number, do you not? Of course I do. Agent Hicks' phone! It's ringing from somewhere, sir! I hear it, detective. Now, where is it coming from? What, is it increasing as I get anywhere? It sounds like it's coming straight from Mealy. Miss Mealy, wake up! Sorry, Mr. Edgeworth. I got sleepy all of a sudden because it sounded like a lullaby I used to love as a child. I better find that cell phone fat. Yeah, it clearly sounds louder as I get closer, right? Yeah, over here. Sounds like the phone is up in the flight attendant's room. You better hurry to the flight attendant's room, sir! Oh. Wait, but how did we hear it the whole way from the flight attendant's room? Like, I know it's just right there, but still. Oh. Oh no, it's like literally right there. Okay. It rings from somewhere in here, sir! Leave no stone unturned, Detective Gumshoe. We must find it. Now clearly the louder it's gonna be close, right? Yeah, it's coming from here, right? Ring's coming from in here, sir! What? No, it can't be. This has got to be the victim's cell phone. Just whose locker is this, sir? It's Miss Canario's. What? Mr. Edgeworth, how did it go? Where did you find the phone? I found it in the flight attendant's room, in Miss Canario's locker. What? But... Rhoda Canario! I don't know anything about the cell phone. It wasn't me! It wasn't me! Miss Von Karma, is it? I suggest you arrest Miss Rhoda Tenario right away. Wait, I have a theory. This is related to the incident with the keycard. When the killer went to steal the keycard, they conveniently stashed the cell phone in Miss Tenario's locker at the same time.
Objection!
This is related to the keycard, alright? In the same way that we have zero proof that the killer did just that. The only voice that sings the truth is evidence. This is the one bird we cannot ignore. What should I do? Franziska's right. I can't offer baseless conjecture at this point. Alright then, why did the culprit take the cell phone from Agent Hicks? It must have something very incriminating on or in it.
Hold it!
What now, Miles Edgeworth? It's not over yet. We have yet to figure out why the killer took the phone. What? Inside this phone lies the final piece of incriminating evidence that will point us to our killer. We need to examine this phone in more detail. Like the text or something? Ah, it's a camera lens. Come to think of it, I wonder, how exactly was Agent Hicks planning to preserve the crime scene of smuggling? Franziska, I need you to confirm something. A cell phone, can it take pictures? Mr. Edgeworth, I can't believe you don't know about this kind of basic stuff, sir. This looks like a very similar model to my own, and mine can take photos just fine. Do you think Agent Hicks could have taken some pictures with this? Particular pictures as evidence for a smuggling case? So, I'd say there may be some very inconvenient photos in here for our killer smuggler. But the phone's all busted up, sir. Even a super prosecutor can't repair a broken phone. I'll find a way, don't you worry about that. Well, can't you just I mean, I feel he doesn't know how to, but if there's an SD card in it, you could swap that, or if there wasn't, you could just take it up and swap the motherboard, because most phones, the part that stores the memories, sometimes it's just built onto the motherboard instead of a separate part.
Objection!
And the inside or outside are broken for sure. Yeah, so you can just swap the screen or the motherboard to check. But that's also reason enough to believe that the killer wasn't able to erase the data. What? What do you mean by that, Franziska? It looks like our killer isn't very familiar with electronics. The phone still rang when I called it, meaning that only the LCD screens are broken. It's also that the photos are still there inside, waiting to be accessed. All we need to do is transfer the data to my phone. That's exactly what I was thinking. Franziska, your phone key, please. Very well. It's transferring. Alright, displaying it now. I mean, without seeing the screen, it'd be pretty hard to transfer it unless you, literally take out the components. It's not really, just a transfer button on it. This is... Agent Hicks was most certainly trying to obtain some evidence for a smuggling case. Hey, the elf red's nowhere in this pic, sir! But this has no meaning as a piece of evidence in this murder case, right? Well, she's right. There's not much we can find out from this about Agent Hicks' killer, sir. Is this it? Is this the end? Is there really nothing in this photo that we can use? The fact that all the suitcases here in this photo is odd. Agent Hicks was still alive at the time. So what exactly is so odd about suitcases that haven't been used yet being there? Yes, well, I was only pointing out things that are different between now and then. You're off topic rambling. You have put this tenant to sleep again yet. I'll give Sleepyhead here a rude awakening, a deafening objection, and a contradiction. What's all this? Oh, they are cargo ships from Borginian to Zenfa. So the reason they aren't here now is that they were dropped off in Zenfa. So Labla, can you tell me the contents of the boxes? Unfortunately, there is no English writing on them anywhere. One cluster box is written in Borginian. It says person, keys, scissors, leaf, jellyfish, if Hadoop, your mom's not sacked in. It is cloth in English. Cloth. Could it be? Is this where the killer... What? What is for that scary face? Miss Mealy? Yes? It appears that Agent Hicks was no ordinary investigator. He left us with a piece of evidence after all. A striking piece that will point out who his killer is. Ha! Maybe you shouldn't force your mistaken reading of a simple picture, Mr. Edgeworth. Borginian cargo, and this piece of evidence will point us straight to the killer.
Take that!
And what is that supposed to prove? The killer used this piece of cloth to wipe up the blood they had split. Yo, there's one thing that bothered me this whole time. Where did it come from? Where did it go? Where did it come from? And now, I finally found my answer on this very photo. The cargo that was unloaded in Zenfall had cloth written on it. And Borginian, that is. This is where the killer grabbed a piece from to clean up the blood with. That's right. The killer was someone who could read and understand Borginian. And the only crew member that fits that description is you, Miss Camumili. That's pretty flimsy. The killer probably searched through all in the box looking for something to use. Yeah, like, I was thinking that too, that they could've. Your friend, you don't care if the box is in English or in Borginian. Sorry, but I cannot agree with your assessment of the killer's indiscriminate nature. What? There was no need for the killer to tear through boxes at random at all. And if the killer supposedly could not comprehend Borginian, well then... logically, the killer would have opened this box first. Oh.
Take that!
Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Hey, it said bedsheets in English right on the box, sir. Precisely, and bedsheets would be perfect for cleaning up blood, wouldn't you say? So what are you trying to say? That if I were the criminal, this box of bedsheets would have been what I would have spotted first. However, the killer chose to use some Borginian cloth. Do you have an explanation for that? The killer didn't want anyone to know that the real scene of the crime was this cargo hold. They were afraid to leave signs at the box where the gates had been opened. However, the Borginian cloth, well, that's a horse of a different color. Because the killer knew that it was going to be unloaded in the Republic of Zhengfa? That's right. That is why the Borginian cloth was used. And the only Borginian reader on board who could make such a calculated decision is you, Camumili. You and you alone. It'd be very easy for us to confirm if any of the boxes were resealed. All you would have to do is contact the Zhengfa authorities in time. We may even find other evidence to incriminate our killer with those boxes. So what do you say, Mr. Mealy? Why not confess to your crime here and now? Or would you rather wait and see what we find out from our investigation in Zhengfa? No! It was Interpol. I couldn't stop it. Yeah, see, even though it was actually kind of smart for her to confess here, but if he didn't and they called in, what they're probably still gonna do, it could lead to like figuring out more things about the ring, which is probably what the rest of the game is gonna go on, them calling in, finding out more about the ring, and then just going forward with the stuff they got from it. I brought him here. He started taking pictures. I couldn't be found out. I was scared. I was in trouble. We finished making all the arrangements to take the suspect in, sir. Very good, Detective. What about the smuggling route? Did she say anything about that? Let's taking her down to the precinct now. Hopefully we can get more out of her there. Whenever we approached the topic, she just started foaming at the mouth. It was scary, sir. She probably wasn't prepared to commit a murder all of a sudden. One thing is for sure, the ring behind this whole mess means serious business. It looks like there's a lot more to this case than meets the eye. Yeah, like this this already happened like before the first case, and it was just him saying it all started here. Mr. Edgeworth, I just wanted to say how much I appreciate everything you did. Thank you very much. It was nothing. In fact, I should be the one thanking you for your cooperation. But truly, if it wasn't for you, I might not be here right now. Instead, I can continue to serve our passengers as a flight attendant. I hope that, well, please accept this as a token of my appreciation. That's... I see, you don't have to take it if you don't want it. No, I mean, I've never turned down a lady's generous offer. Oh, thank you. I'm sure it will serve you well. And remember, we here at iFlying Airlines are always ready to serve, Mr. Edgeworth. Thank you, and I'll keep that in mind. Now I must bid you farewell. May I... Can't believe we wound up investigating the whole day, sir, but boy was it fun. Speak for yourself. That day was filled with earthquakes, elevators, and false charges. By the way, where's Franziska? Oh, she's filling out some customs paperwork for a departure. Departure? Yeah, Miss Von Karma is always really busy, sir. She's been flying from country to country to chase down some leads regarding her case. Detective, can you cancel the call I had you reserve earlier? You got it, sir. And then you're gonna go with her to, like, help out with it, right? But I told you when you first landed, I have no time for idle chatter. I have no intention of wasting your time. However, it has been a while since we last met. I also have no time for such familiar reminiscences. Just who do you think I am? You are from Richard Van Karma, a very proud prosecutor deserving of much respect. Till only a little while ago, I was but a wretched mutt who was always losing to you. A dancing imperial living her life on the name and fame. Living her life on the name and fame of her invincible father. True, the father Manfred Van Karma didn't lose a single case for 40 years as a prosecutor. However, I wouldn't say he was invincible. What are you talking about? The group among the crowd is a little more troublesome than most. The smuggling route we find this time is only one sliver of the big picture. Sounds like a dangerous assignment. You really don't have to worry, I can take care of myself. Yes, I suppose you can. Plus, there's another agent on this case with me. Oh? Another agent? The star among Interpol agents has the highest successful arrest rate. Who knows, you may even run into him one day. I was simply caught up in this one case. I hardly see why we'd cross paths. Suppose. I doubt he would say the same. I'm not following you. You'll understand soon enough. The fight has only just begun, Miles Edgeworth. I'll be back in this country soon enough. And when I am, you can be sure I'll pay you back, in full. Like, was it because, like, there was, like, some possible thing, like, proving that, like, something was gonna be stolen from his room or something? I don't know. Looks like that. He's gone. Huh, sir. Thank goodness. I can finally rest easy knowing that I won't have to watch out for a whip. The reason I thought, like, maybe he was gone is because, well, he said to cancel the car, which, I mean, I don't know why they just say something like that for no reason in a game like this, but alright. I want to thank you for all your help and cooperation. Oh, it was nothing, sir. I was just happy to be able to work with you again. I think I'm gonna celebrate by adding a little extra salt to my instant noodles tonight. How much did you cut a salary by, Franziska? Detective, I was wondering if you might give me a ride down to the prosecutor's office. Sure thing, sir. I'll even fly down the road in the patrol car if you want. Don't make me remind you, Detective. Safety first. Thus, I solved the first case upon my arrival home. Franziska Von Karma, the smuggling route she was after. The leaders of that ring had already put their trump card into play, and the players on the other side of the war, they would begin to make themselves known to this next incident. Yeah, he's talking about the one that is, Edgeworth speaking. Finally, I called who knows how many times earlier, but I couldn't get through. You are. Have you forgotten my voice, Miles, my boy? Mr. Amano? Ernest Amano, correct? So you do remember me. I know it's rather sudden, but I can't ask this of anyone else. Okay, yeah, he was not, someone from any of the other games. Yeah, so he's from the, so yeah, he's not someone that was, like, mentioned before in another game. There's been an incident, Miles. My son, he's been kidnapped. I think it's only been 1 hour. I'm gonna change it to, instead of just, episode 2.5, it's gonna be episode 2 through, episode 3 through, to, 4, but since it's gonna, Yeah, I'm gonna go the whole way through. I would 4, so halfway through this next case. So I'm gonna take a quick look at the case just to see like how many sections there are in it. So 3-1, 3-2, 3-3, 3-4, 3-5. So I should go to well, no, I was planning to go the whole way through each case on each one, so either I go halfway through and end here, or just go the whole way through this one, which I think I'm just gonna go the whole way through this case. Yeah, I'm just gonna go whole way through on this case. Just gonna check something real quick, though. Alright, checking something. I'm just gonna pop in the Brody stream to call him a stinky. You're a stinky, now I go back to my own stream. Alright, and like I just said, now I'm gonna go back to my own stream. Hey! Am I on drugs, or does that kind of look like Furio Tiger? Or from the third game. I mean, it only does kind of slightly. Let me look at the thumbnail, but he could. No, he's not. Oh, wait, no, it's not him. He's that person on the far left on the thumbnail. That's definitely not Furio Tiger. But they do look very similar, though. I mean, not. Yeah. So I don't know who it is, but okay, that's why I thought that. But that person on the far left in the thumbnail is going to be introduced. So I'm assuming K is going to appear in this, too. March 13th. It's 10:11 a.m. I don't know where. It's time. Don't worry, Mr. Edgeworth. I'll be following your every movement with my binoculars. Good to hear. Now make sure you don't lose sight of me. I'm counting on you for backup. You count on me, sir. I have to go. The kidnapper is supposed to contact me soon. Who would have thought that, upon my return, I'd be thrust into a kidnapping case? And that I would be the one who would have to make the ransom drop-off. Oh wait, is this still before the first case? Because, yeah, he just got back, so we didn't get back to his office yet. So this is still before the very first chapter. But gee, I checked that all the money's there, safe inside this suitcase. Now all I have to do is await further instructions from the kidnapper. Which I'm expecting to be transferred to my cell phone. I wonder who else is around. This is the meeting place, after all. A Gatewater Hotel. Welcome to... Never mind, it's an amusement park now, I guess. Yep, if you remember, Gatewater Hotel was where a key part in the second place. It was like where April May was, where she saw the murder. Except she didn't actually see the murder, she just called in and it's party, you know. Oh, thank you, and that's the Blue Badger. And a big hello to you, I'm the Proto Badger. Nice to meet you. Excuse me, but were you perhaps thinking of taking a picture of me? A picture of you? Sorry, but I'm not interested. Aw, that's too bad. Well, have a good day. Hello? Who are you? You're not Ernest, a man, no. Sounds like the kidnapper is using some sort of voice alteration device. Where's the representative, Miles Edgeworth? Hold on, give me a second. Wait, do I still have this installed? Ah, nope, I have something. Okay. Hold on, give me a second, I'm doing something. I had a program installed, I'm reinstalling it real quick. Alright, come on. Alright. download the exe file. Come on. Why is it taking 50 years to install a simple exe file? What? Okay, there. Okay, so in folder. Open it. Yes. Okay. On. Next. That you can find a game, I think, and I'm from the acquisition, what can download it, okay, so the voice mode is asking, oh yeah, I already read the terms and conditions first time I did it. Yes, I actually do read the terms and conditions. Do not question why I do that. I actually do, but sometimes there's really scummy things hidden in there. Like in Google Photos, like anything you upload to Google Photos, if you read that, you would see that anything in Google Photos that you upload, Google owns them and can use them how they want. Okay, wait, okay. Program I was installing it was messing with some drivers. That's why there was no audio or anything. Oh no, it's gonna cause the program to crash, isn't it? Ah, it's fine. I can just reopen it since it's the start of a chapter. I don't have to worry about frickin' losing any progress. And even if I did, I could reload that thing and just super speed back through it. That's most of the time taken up in games like this is just reading the dialogue. Or figuring crap out, but if you already know it, then yeah, it's pretty obvious. Alright. I got my oh, someone DM'd me something. I just had to DM your mom.
Big, and you made
Okay, yeah, can't watch it. Alright, let's continue. Okay. Okay, come on. Program I'm installing, come on. I don't remember it taking this long to install whenever I had it before. Come on, open it. Okay, yeah, it's installed, I have to open it. Come on, why you can't open yet? Why is the program taking 50 years to open? What the heck? What, is it like running in the background or something and that's why I can't open up? Is it still technically running or something? Control, Shift, Escape, wait for Task Manager to open. Alright, Task Manager is open. More details. Oh wait, no, never mind, I just boot it up now. Okay. Okay, come on. It should be ready soon. Alright, come on, program, frickin' boot up already. Yeah, sorry about this. I had this program specifically for situations like this, but I uninstalled it for some reason. So, yeah, I'm in the middle of, reinstalling it. It should be, yeah, it's in the, like, It's installed, but it's like doing the first time boot up crap like programs usually do. Come on! Boot up, you sack of earwax. If audio cuts out during it, it's because the program might mess with that, so I'm accidentally was booting. Okay. Should be ready real soon. Come on, yeah, I just need a second. Come on, frickin' work before I remove spines. Yeah, like I said, sorry, the program's taking 50 years to boot up. Essentially, it's like doing like a first time setup thing for the first time it was being run. Come on. Can this just start working already? Ah. Why? It should be working soon, hopefully. Come on, just start working already. Ah. Gonna remove my own spine. Why isn't it working? Hey. Can't get it to frickin' work. It's having 50 strokes. Okay, I'm just gonna reboot the program. Hopefully that fixes it. Okay, come on. Okay, the program's closed now. Now I can try reopening it, and hopefully it works this time so that way I can actually go on. Alright, now I just have to wait for the program to boot up now. Okay, and it should work this time now, hopefully. Come on, just work before I remove Spine Simulator. Okay, if it doesn't start working within 3 minutes, I'm just gonna continue on without it. Come on, start working, you spineless potato gun. I'm just gonna go on 3 minutes. If it doesn't work, I'm just within the next 3 minutes. I'm just gonna go on. Okay, I think it's gonna be working now. The program's being a little buggy right now, but it should be working soon, hopefully. Yeah. Okay, yeah, one more minute for me to go on if it doesn't start working. Come on. Come on, you start working. Okay, hold on. I'm just gonna get a program that does the same thing but works better. Yeah, I'm just gonna get something that does the same thing but just works better, so that way I can just get done with. I can just be done with this. Like have it working, but use something else so that's not buggy as hell like the other thing. Wonder who else is around. This is the meeting place, after all. Welcome to the gate, Waterland. Oh, thank you. And a big hello to you. Okay, yeah, I'm just gonna go on. Like, I'll try to get it working while I'm going on, but if it doesn't, it's fine. Who are you? You were not Ernest, or... Oh no. I'm its representative, Miles Edgeworth. Are you a cop? No, I'm... prosecutor. I know what you're wondering, and yes, I have brought the ransom money with me. I see. In that case, bring the money with you to the stadium. So, this person intends to see if I'm being followed, huh? Please, Detective Gumshoe, I really need you to come through for me this one time. Edgeworth speaking. Next, come to the haunted house. Just how long do you intend to have me wander around for? That's for me to decide. You don't have much of a choice here, my friend. Suppose not. Right, go inside. What a dismal place. That's it, go through those doors. Am I being watched from somewhere? Leave the money and go, now. Urgh. I was hoping for an exchange, but maybe I should do as they say for now and not push it. I couldn't catch even a glimpse of the kidnapper. Perhaps I should keep an eye on this haunted house until a police backup arrive. That's a dead body over there, isn't it? Because I was pretty sure it was the second I saw that. Oh! Never mind, that's... Come on. Okay. Okay, back now. Now, the thing is, all I did was frickin' try to cancel the program I had installing, and apparently that caused my computer to have a stroke. Yeah, I have no idea why doing that, of all things, caused the computer to have a stroke. Frickin' canceling a program installation. But everything's back now. That guy, betrayed. No, can't be. In the deal. Who is that? And what are they talking about? Split. Police. Alright. In front of... No. Don't even think about doing it. Okay, it's back already. Is OBS fine? Yes, OBS is fine. The meetup. I can't move my body. I fear I may faint again. Where am I? How long was I out? It wasn't raining like it is now when I made the drop-off. This was supposed to be a simple affair. So why have I been taken hostage as well? I can only assume Detective Gumshoe lost sight of me at some point. The only reason I agreed to be the drop-off man was because of that phone call. It was from Mr. Ernest Amano, the director of the powerful Zaibatsu Amano group. Aside from that, I also owe him a great debt of gratitude. His only son, Lance, had been kidnapped. I know that Lance is already in his 20s, but I guess some things you never grow out of. I can't sit around waiting for someone to come help me. I must escape somehow. Ugh. Haha! Haha! Is it having a third stroke? Okay, only the program is. Nothing else is. Okay then. Haha, was that you? Was that you making a funny sound? Who's there? And how dare you laugh at a gentleman's plight? Hey. Who are you? Are you one of the kidnappers? The kidnapper? Me? No way, I'm not into such petty crimes. Nope, I'm after something much, much bigger. I must be worn out from today's ordeal. Focus, Miles. Oh, I forgot to introduce myself. Sorry about that. Even in the depths of night, when no other bird dares to take flight, one alone soars to shine the light of righteousness on the world's blight. And that one is me, for I'm the great thief, Yatagarasu. Great thief? Did he really just claim to be the Yatagarasu? Oh, but my real name is Kay Faraday. Okay, so apparently no, this does take this. No, maybe this still is taking place before the first one. I mean, I don't really know. You can call me Kay. Kay? Good. Glad that's been settled. Not quite. I have a mountain of questions for you. But first, if you would be so kind as to remove these ropes. I wonder, should I remove them? I was actually having a lot of fun watching you make those silly faces. Hey, there's no need to get all mad and ice glary on me, you know? Rope goes through here, and there you go. What a relief. I owe you my things. That's okay. You can pay me back in full later. Now then, what question should I start with? Unfortunately, I can already tell nothing is going to be easy with this cheeky girl. I just want to see what happens if I... Don't surprise me like that. I can't believe you're just shoving things in my face. I mean, aren't there more pressing things you'd rather ask, little Omi? That's the point. I should probably find out more about my mysterious savior first. Okay. You call yourself a great thief, yeah? Are you really a thief at all? You doubt me? I get it. You think that a young lady like me couldn't possibly be such a big-time thief, right? That's not the part I had a tough time believing. I'm the real genuine Yatagarasu, you know? Yep, I'm a pure-blooded great thief. It's a little something I inherited from my predecessor. In that case, you wouldn't mind if I arrested you then, right? What? Of course I'd mind. I haven't stolen anything yet. Seriously, I don't know how you can say such a horrible thing to your savior. That's true. Technically, she hasn't stolen anything in front of me. Yet. When you say you're the Yatagarasu, do you mean you are the Yatagarasu? Yep. The most righteous of the righteous. The legendary great thief. The title was only recently succeeded to me, so I haven't had a chance to steal anything yet as the second Yatagarasu. I was not aware that thieves could pass down their titles like that. But don't worry, I've got big plans in the works. Big plans, huh? They wouldn't happen to lead to a big arrest, would they? I knew it! There's just no reasoning with the prosecutor. I'm not the problem here. I'll have you know that the Yatagarasu has no interest in stealing petty trinkets. There's one thing and only one thing I want to steal. Only one thing. And what would that be? But that's gonna have to wait until we find our way out of here. Well, at least there's one thing we can agree on. I'm sure I'll have plenty of time later to learn more about you. So you never told me what your name is, Mr. Prosecutor? I guess not. I'm Miles Edgeworth. Aha, now I remember! How can you remember something I just told you? But she sure is cheery. Alright then, Mr. Edgeworth, let's get out of here. What, did she expect the door to be unlocked? It would seem that we are locked in from the other side. What? No way! I don't hear you! La la la! Okay, you do remember where you came in from, right? Looks like that might be our way out of this only way out of this room. Oops, late miscalculation. That's a good height to make an entrance from, but I can't jump that high to make an exit. Suppose we have no choice but to look around and see if we can't find another way out. Okay, well couldn't... Oh wait, no, that's inside the wall there. Well, couldn't you take out those boxes and then, you know, step on them and get up there? Is that like something we can do, or no? Hey, there's something inside the bottom right box. Oh, I think it's a pink badger costume. Pink badger? You don't keep up with what's going on in the world, do you? In that case, you'd better stay up with the whole badger clan with this. No, the blue badger was the first one. Think of it as a bio of all the things you've ever needed to know about the clan. Whatever, I suppose I can keep it as a reference guide or something. Yeah, the blue badger was literally the first one, like, it was in the first game. I suppose this means that this is where they keep all the costumes? Certainly looks that way. It's like the Badger family's home. There are 8 boxes, but 7 of them are empty. It means that 7 of the costumes are in use right now. But aren't these Badgers the mascot of the police force? I heard that the police had a hand in sponsoring the theme park, probably because the Gatewater group owes the police from all those cases they see. They have all the power of the state and they use it to make a theme park? It's not just any theme park. They have a handcuff-shaped double-looping roller coaster. That's quite enough. I'm feeling woozy from just the thought of such a thing. I won't rest until I've inspected every suspicious-looking nook and cranny. Well, yeah. I suppose this is the pink badger. Well, since it has the same design, doesn't it seem forced to call us one a female? You think so? I mean, just look at how long her eyelashes are. That's the only difference. The fact that she's pink. Yes, and her lips are red. She lipstick. What? She has nothing to say about the giant pink ribbon, or is that too obvious? Oh, obviously the frickin' key. And what have we here? Ah! Why do I feel a laser-like stare aimed right at me? Do you want to take a look? Oh, don't mind if I do. Ooh, I see. Yes, this is definitely a key. I'm sure it's a key to something. Huh. Yeah, I thought that something is what is relevant to my interest. You know, wouldn't you immediately take the key and then try this locker, or even this frickin' door? Isn't this my phone? It looks like I made it through the ordeal intact. Only there was a way for us to contact someone on the outside. But we do have a way, right here. Aha, there was a cell phone here this whole time? If I'm right, Detective Gumshoe could have contacted the precinct for backup by now. Mr. Edgeworth, sir, are you okay? I was so worried, sir. I'm fine. I was knocked unconscious for a spell by the kidnapper, that's all. Sorry, sir. I'm such a failure. If only I hadn't lost sight of you. Detective, we don't have time for this. Have the police set up a perimeter right now. You don't have to worry about that, sir. I already got the boys working on that. But in doing that, I sorta... What's wrong, Detective? Sorry to butt in, but I'm afraid you're going to have to make do with me. Who is this? The Long Lang of Interpol. A pleasure to speak with you, Mr. Edgeworth. I've heard a great deal about you. So why exactly is an Interpol agent like yourself involved in a domestic kidnapping case? Don't sweat the details. A crime's a crime, whether it's on local or global scale. Besides, you're the one who's in a world of trouble. And why would you say that? Lang Zi says, the pack that runs together stays together. You catch my drift? You caused quite a ruckus by running blindly into a situation and then getting caught. You could have contacted the police from the very beginning. Sorry that's happened because of a lapse in judgment. However, I humbly request that you please help me out of here post-haste. Okay. Sorry, no can do. What? We're hunting the kidnapper now, and I haven't gotten any hands to spare. As I said, my pack moves as one. You're the one who wanted to go it alone, so good luck to you, Mr. Prosecutor. Once we do catch the kidnapper, rest assured, we'll come find you. Eventually. You. What's wrong? Did you get cut off? No, my phone ran out of power. No way! It doesn't matter anyways. We should try to get out of here through our own means. Yeah, I have a name to live up to after all. If we put our heads together, I'm sure we'll find it. Oh. Okay, I have a YouTube notification. Okay. Close all those. Yeah, wait. Since she's trying to lock, couldn't we, like, present the key to her? Oh, wait. Oh, no. That's in logic. Speaking of logic, what do we got in there? Only the key? Oh, costumes and tiny key. There's this locker here, which I'm assuming the key is for. Man, why did they have to put the window so high up anyways? How's a thief supposed to make her daring escape? Suppose we could make our way out if we were able to climb on top of these lockers. Haha, that's pretty clever. You'd make a good thief yet, Mr. Edgeworth. Please don't ever place my name in the word thief in the same sentence again. Let's see, I wonder if I can jump and grab the top of the locker here. There's frickin' boxes beside us we can use. Even if we wanted to use these lockers, we need some sort of foothold. Really? I literally figured that out within 3 seconds. I can't see a clear Huh! What? Just freaking flip the boxes out. Oh my fuck. What, you want me to use this? They're holding a blue badger photo rally? You didn't know? But it's not just the blue badger, it's his whole family too. Well, there's a costume guy sitting over there. Why not start with a picture of that? You can't do that, that's cheating! There's only one of each badger in the park, so you have to work for it. Speaking of badgers, there was one sitting against a wall in the haunted house. Seriously? But somehow I don't think that one counts, Mr. Edgeworth. To take pictures of the costume ones walking around the park. So those are the rules of this game. How quaint. Really? That's frickin' evidence? Also, couldn't we also use the sign, too, if we wanted to? What, do you want us to use the frickin' paint buckets? What exactly do you have in mind? Well, we could paint help in really giant letters. And who, pray tell, would see these giant letters? We're inside a building. Well, then how about we light the paint on fire and send out colored smoke signals? Anyone who saw it would think some crazy arsonist was about and call the cops. Actually, that may not be all that great for me, seeing as I'm a thief and all. Let's try to find something other than this paint to use, shall we? Yeah, like the frickin' boxes? What, do you want us to frickin' use this? This is the beam I was tied to. I wasn't talking about the beam. What's up? Really? wondering if perhaps we can make it over there out the window if we find this. Good thinking, and if Kayak needs, just leave it to me. Thanks, this little hook looks like it might make for a good foothold. If you go, Kane, good luck. Count on it! Right, these Galagrossi pressure, mighty winking, takes to the skies. Here I go! And I saw that coming. As I thought, this beam was definitely not made for climbing. Alright. What do you mean, as I thought? I'm not your guinea pig, you know? But, I mean, if there were some footholds, but they're nowhere near each other, though, so that wouldn't even really work. The pieces don't fit. Okay, good. Because if those did, I was gonna have a goddamn stroke, because those are nowhere near each other, so it wouldn't have worked. What is this? Looks like it's a bad badger, and it's looking as bad as ever. Looks like a costume head to me. Guess the bad badger's costume is, at the very least, it's two-piece, huh? The real question is, why is only the head sitting out here on the floor? What, can we please take the frickin' boxes? If it says that, that means I checked everything in there. It's worth it. What, you want me to check that? No. What the heck do you want me to check? You want me to present something to Kay? Oh, wait, what? That wasn't there before. Do you know where the person who kidnapped me went? Well, after they locked you up in here, it sounded like they went into the next room and started talking to someone. I feel like I heard something as well, but it's all a haze in my mind. However, I do recall that the kidnapper was talking with someone. It was just a guess before, but I guess I really am dealing with two kidnappers here. After that, they left. It almost seemed as if they were done with you. I suppose that is the case, as my kidnapping seems like an afterthought to the 1 million. Well, if they went into the next room, let's see what we can find out through the slot. Yeah, I'm saving just because I want to, but I can just, you know, gonna exit it automatically. Still don't know why there's an option to save and continue. You have to save and quit and then hit continue. Don't know why that's a thing, but alright, so through the slot. So you want me to check this? Well, why have we not frickin' checked a single thing about the frickin' key? Foothold. What, do you want us to get the key, open the door, and get those chairs? Well, you want me to examine this? There's a beam in the next room, identical to the one in this room. There's even a hook on it to hold a propped-up floor panel in place. Reminds me, did you find something useful, Mr. Edgeworth? Perhaps I may have found a very handy hint to how we'll get out of here. Yeah, let me guess. Under this tarp. This is the beam I was tied to. Guess maybe we can use it to climb up in that. That's not what I was trying to do. Wait, didn't I just try this? Can't climb this thing. Suppose we'll just have to find another way to escape. Isn't there logic for that thing in there? Like, wouldn't I combine it with that because there's probably something like that in here too? Is that what I think it is? Look like the kidnappers had escape tunnels prepared just in case. That's awesome, they're like a bunch of great thieves themselves. No, they're not, because I highly doubt they made the tunnel themselves. The floor panel was removed and propped up against the beam in a very specific way. Now, there. This footing was originally built with the basement or underground area. This hook on this beam. You know, I already tried and there's no way I can jump from this hook to the window. Come on, even you have to admit when something's just not possible. Huh, wasn't about to suggest that again. Rather that it's here for a different purpose. Really? Like what? You saw in the adjacent room, it's clearly for keeping a floor panel propped up, which means that there could be a panel in this room that we can open as well. Oh, I get it. We didn't notice it existed all the time because it was being hidden by this tarp. Alright then, let's fold this thing up and see what's underneath. I mean, I probably would have checked under the tarp realistically, like I would have checked if there was anything under the tarp, but it literally wasn't an option in the game, so I just didn't even bother saying anything about it. Okay, let me guess. The key goes to this because there's a key slot. Ah, this must be another entrance to the secret hidden basement. I totally smell treasure. Since I wish to smell the sweet fragrance of freedom. Then what are you waiting for? Hurry up and open the hatch. Alright. This thing is locked down tight. Well, yeah. Okay, I wonder what it's for then. I mean, I wonder how we can unlock it. Huh. I wonder, maybe a freaking key that was literally right over there? Not like we couldn't have tried the keys on other things earlier, but I believe you're up, Kay. Huh? Why me? Because we need to use this tiny key that you've taken quite a liking to. Wait, they have it with them? But it was still there on the wall when you investigate! I believe the feeling of freedom would be much more satisfying right about now. Alright, I got the secret door open, and now... Ah! Wait! Ah! You alright, Kay? I'm fine. The ladder just slipped is all. Thank goodness she's alright. I about had a coronary. There's a lot of really large machinery down here. What about an exit? It's really dark and cramped down there, so I really doubt there's an exit. I can't believe that happened. You have only yourself to blame for leaping before you look, you know. No way, I mean, how was I supposed to know that the ladder was removable? I mean, it's not... I still don't get why we couldn't have used the frickin' boxes. Or maybe the paint buckets even, if that didn't work. Like, if the boxes broke. Maybe, like, we could have, like, put the badger thing in the box to, like, Seems that your reckless actions were of use after all. Are you actually praising me? More of a thank you for giving me an idea regarding this ladder. An underground ladder? What about it? This ladder isn't just for those who wish to go down. Oh, I see. If we use this... Yes, I believe it's long enough to reach the top of those lockers. Well then, what are we waiting for? Alright, now we can get out of here. Yes, we spent entirely too much time in here. Yeah, because there's frickin' boxes you could have used. And after you held me hostage in a mysterious interpolation. This case is only getting started, and I'll be the one to bring it to a resounding end. Looks like it stopped raining for now. Yeah, thank goodness, and you have no idea how hard it was raining earlier. Mr. Edgeworth! So glad to see you managed to escape, sir! I'm so stressed that I thought my heart was gonna give out. Detective Gumshoe, may I ask what in the world that is? Well, that's, What the... Count off! 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. What? 98, 99! Biffoo! All 99 members are here and accounted for, sir. What the heck do you think you're doing, counting my cubs off? Cubs off like that. Every person is a valuable human being, you get me? Everyone has a name that their parents gave them. No one is a 2 or a 3. Everyone, regardless of age or rank, is number 1. Got it? Biffoo! Biffoo! You are Agent Lang, I take it? You infidel! How dare you address our species so rudely? Urgh! Langji says, a cub who disrespects others soon feels the disciplinary bite of an elder. So don't you ever forget to show the proper respect towards another person. Swihina! This isn't much, but please accept my card. Oh, thank you. Please accept mine in return. You'll see that now. This is the proper way for 2 people to show their respect. Instead of mine, you'll get far in life. Got it? Ah, that's right. Francisca did warn me. Something about an elite Interpol agent from the Republic of Bensaw. Apparently this man is the highest successful arrest rate in the organization. Ken Lang, why exactly is an Interpol agent involved with this clearly domestic case? That's none of your business, Mr. Prosecutor. How is it not? I've heard a rumor or two about you. You solved the murder that occurred during your flight home recently, right? Ha! But you sure took a while just to arrest one little flight attendant. How pathetic. How dare you say that about Mr. Edgeworth? Are you saying you could have solved it faster, pal? The comedic relief comes to the aid of his master. How cliche. Look, what I'm getting at is that if I had been there, no one would have died. I would have solved the entire case, and Agent X would still be with us here today. Agent Lane knew yesterday's victim, Agent Abby Hicks. Hicks was like a brother to me, so now I'm out to take my revenge. And Hicks was investigating a smuggling ring with Franziska and a third person. This must be the man she was talking about. In that case, you could understand how I feel as the kidnapped is someone I know. So I ask that you please allow me to participate in the investigation. This isn't your needy, trim courtroom of Eden, you know? You're out in the wilderness now, Mr. Prosecutor, and way out of your league. No hard feelings, but why don't you go back to your courtroom now, pretty boy? You dare to mock the court? I mean, yeah, they're normally not like they can, but normally they don't investigate stuff on their own, prosecutors and defense attorneys. I do. And I don't need the help of a filthy prosecutor. Sorry, but the truth doesn't need the likes of you to distort it today. You're just to add to filthy to discover a prosecutor. And why do I feel such intense loathing emanating from him? Alright, men, good job on the perimeter around Gatewater Land. Now find me the kidnapper and bring that punk to me. Dismissed. Come on, Mr. Prosecutor. You just sit tight here and don't cause any trouble, understand? But wait. Mr. Edgeworth. Yeah, it's been a while since I last met someone so disagreeable. Why of all places did he show up here, and completely out of the blue at that? Suppose I'll have to ask Detective Gumshoe to fill me in on that. Great job, Detective. Sir, for losing sight of me and the kidnapper and allowing my investigation to be hijacked. Sir, look forward to your next month's salary assessment. But the case isn't lost yet, sir. I'm gonna show you just how much of a man Dick Gumshoe can be. Now I prepare the 21-gun salute an hour later. Detective, are you sure it was the precinct you called for backup? Of course, sir. I think I would know the number to my own precinct like the back of my hand. Then why didn't Interpol issue itself instead with an army of its own agents? I have no idea. About 5 minutes after I made the call, that wolfman showed up out of nowhere, sir. Agent Lane definitely has an agenda, so the question is, what is he after? Mr. Edgeworth, I was wondering if I may ask about one thing, sir. Yes, what is it? Who is that? The girl over there, I mean. I'm Mr. Edgeworth's assistant, Kay Faraday. What? Honey, I don't recall mentioning my assistant, Kay. Yeah, I'm Mr. Edgeworth's assistant, me. It's been like that since forever. Sorry, but I just stole your supporting role. How can you say something so serious with that giant grin on your face, pal? Mr. Edgeworth, you've got a thief on our hands, sir. She stole my role, sir. Taking her and getting her convicted and making sure she serves out her sentence. Oh, come on, it'll be fun. Like musical chairs, you better stay fast on your feet. No way. I will not lose the spotlight to you, little girl. The irony is the fact that she doesn't know that she literally is a thief. You're going to show me your prosecutor's badge, then I'll show you my police badge. Your wallet is looking rather thin, Detective. Huh? Oh, whoops, I must have left my badge at home. I always get the two mixed up. That's not a laughing matter, Detective. Gatewater Land. Who would have guessed this place would be such a success? The Gatewater Group and I go way back, you know? Yes, same here. I handled 2 murder cases that took place at 2 of their hotels. So yeah, we only know of one of those. And it was you who headed the investigation in each case. Oh, I remember that, sir. I was 16 back then, standing in front of the hotel in the snow. Clearly, we're not on the same page here. Yeah, it was talking about the second case in the first game, but the one in the snow, that's something that is... Yeah, you got a copy, Mr. Edgeworth? Ooh, can you show me the very last page? Last page? Very well, let's see here. Interesting, why is your name listed here under special things? That's it, sir, you found it. Oh, that's because I did the choreography for the Dance Dance Blue Badger song. I suspect that no one entrusts him with any real responsibilities at work.